Well, hey everybody. I want to uh, jump in here and make this video, do it kind of quick, but I was on the back deck, made a video. Today's Monday, November the 22nd, and the video did not record. But I was going to cut in the stuff that I'm fixing to show you on the back deck video where I'm walking and I'm talking. And yeah, the GoPro, I mean, I love GoPro, but it's this is it doesn't necessarily start when you tell it to start. When it didn't, I thought it was recording, but it ain't the first time it's happened. It's happened to me before. That's okay. I'll be back tomorrow. See, this is last week's on this screen right here that you can see. This is showing that I swam six times last week. I'm going to get 5 or 6 in this week. We'll see. But I wanted to show you that, and then I was going to show you a little bit of information about this guy right here. He is working on healing himself through science, and he's got a lot of cool videos. And if you ever wanted to know how a 45-year-old man as wanting to stop and reverse the aging process, his videos are pretty cool. But he asked a question and said this about if there's anybody out there that can help him with this. He says that he's having a hearing loss. I think it's both ears, and I think it's at a different range, like really high level range. And so he hears everything kind of up close, but he's missing a lot of his hearing. And there's no there's no way to tell him except to look him dead in the eyes like I'm trying to do right here and tell him I healed my whole body. I regenerated my whole body over a period of time. Our body regenerates itself every 7 years. We're totally new. Our liver heals itself first, and then the rest of the organs follow suit. The bones, the joints, the actual cartilage, the ligaments, the tendons can all be regrown. If you don't know that, you don't speak to your body because no one's ever told you. So I'm telling you right now, you can change everything about your body. You can make it younger, stronger, healthier. But first, you got to know this. You got to know that you speak life or death with the tongue, with the mouth. You have to realize that the last person you want to talk bad about is yourself. You want to only say good things to yourself. And I have a mantra every day. I go through it. I speak life with the resurrected power of the I am, that I am becoming younger, stronger, healthier, able to be that I say I am. And I've been doing this for a long time. So as you listen to me, you'll understand what I'm trying to say. I speak with the resurrected power of the I am of Christ consciousness living on the inside of each and every atom. I'm speaking life to each atom, each nucleus of each DNA molecule. I'm speaking healing, loving, recovery energy. I speak that I am becoming younger, stronger, healthier. I speak that my body is regenerating itself from atom to atom, and each atom in its time and kind is awakening to its self realization of its Christ consciousness. It is becoming self aware. And in that, it's healing its atoms within its atoms of its neutrons, electrons, protons, all the way down to the very essence of Christ consciousness itself. Each atom is starting to communicate at a higher level, faster, and generate quicker. My body is becoming younger, stronger, healthier. I speak this with love and peace to each atom. And I say this mantra several times a day, during the day, before I go to sleep and before I wake up, as I wake up. I actually wake up with consciousness on my mind. and I go into a state of meditation, usually 3 hours. And in that state of meditation, I allow my body to heal itself, knowing that I'm in a yogic state of, of peace and joy in this moment of now, which is the only time there ever is and ever will be. So I'm telling this young man that if he wants to heal his ears and his hearing, and like he talked about the fibers, the hairs, he's looking for some type of technology. Well, there's no technology greater than the spoken word. The spoken word is what's got this 62-year-old man moving around women doing things a 23-year-old couldn't keep up with me. And he's 45. He's been doing it for a couple of years. I've been doing it. I've been doing it for 20 years. I've been rebuilding my body for that long. I've been exercising and getting stronger every year. Each year I get faster. All my data and everything that has been kept up with is tracked. My heart rate is resting is 41, and most days, I mean, I can show you. I can show you. Let me pull this data up. Now, this right here is my sleep data. And that's what he says is that he's discovered in this last 2 years. Well, I've been knowing this for quite a while. And I've been making videos and not really being able to tell people everything I know and everything I want you to understand. But this is my watch. And this watch is a Garmin Phoenix 5. They got the 7 out, and they even got another one that's even greater than the 7. But this is, even though it's an older watch, it still does really good data. Now, if you look over here, you can see last night I slept 10 hours and 6 minutes. That's what in my hair. Looking at my hair now, just already been filming. It don't matter. But 6 hours worth of sleep is really good. Now, see, I can back this up. I woke up actually 11:14. Yeah, you can see all the data right there. If you can stop it and look and see the screen, you can see. Let me move my face. Oh, that's not my face. Let me move my face just a little bit so you can see. That's unusual to go into a deep sleep during that state of meditating. But actually, this morning I had an out of body experience, and it had to do with timelines. It was very interesting, but I don't want to go off into that right now. But most people go into deep sleep right here at the beginning of their sleep. Now, these, um, for lack of a better word, red colors, that is when I'm in a REM sleep, dreaming. And they come in stages. You usually have this gap. That gap can be 20, 30 minutes, and sometimes shorter, and sometimes longer. And then you have this gives you your data, and that's what I wanted to show you about that. Now I'm going to fast go back to that's the 21st, so that's yesterday, and I got 9 hours and 43 minutes of sleep. My deep sleep was 44 minutes. You can see it right there. Still got to get me one of them yellow things that go around my mouth so you can see it, but you see me moving it, you know it's right there. All right, and we go on over here, and this is another night. It's November the 20th. I'm not going to say what day that is. I don't have a calendar where I can look at it, but that's 9 hours and 49 minutes. And the REM sleep was 3 hours and 15 minutes. Deep sleep was 34. And this one is a pretty good one for deep sleep. It's 1 hour and 10 minutes. And when I'm in deep sleep, that is when the body's really regenerating itself and it's paid attention. My body's paid attention to everything that I said that day. And so I always put the healing to the atoms and the cells and down to the mitochondria cells and the telomeres every day. If not 3 times a day, 5 or 6. And it works. So I'll go back here to another date. This is the 18th, and that is 1 hour and 28 minutes of REM. Of course, it's right here in the beginning. Now, down here at the end of the morning is when I'm going into the meditative state for about 3 hours. It's all right in through here. But go back to another. This is the 17th, and it's 8 hours and 4 minutes. And you can see the time that I went to sleep, time I wake up. And then we got another one. This was after a really long sessions of swim, I get the deep sleep. And that 9 hours and 48 minutes is what is making and keeping me younger and healthier and stronger. I'll just go back a little farther and show you that that's the 15th. You can see the data there. Now that I've showed you, you know the key numbers to look at. The deep sleep and the REM sleep. It looks like a long session of REM right there. Yeah, that's always good. It's refreshing. But deep sleep is where the real true DNA healing comes from. And I'll go to this one. This is the 14th. And you can see not 7 hours, almost 8 hours that night. But back up one more. All right, there's a lot of good REM sleep, good numbers on all that. Go back to the 12th. That was a good night's sleep. And go here. That's a good one. That's the 11th. Let's see how far we go. That's the 11th. This is the 10th. I missed it that night. I didn't get the 8 hours, but that's okay. And then there's another night I missed it right there, but it's still high quality sleep. 1 hour and 22 minutes of deep sleep. So I'll go back to that's November the 8th. All right, I'm going to stop it there and I'm going to tell you this. When I roll this back over to the front page where I can show you this, this is my heart rate data. Let me see if I can make it bigger where you can see it. Well, that's not exactly what I want to show you, but as you look at the data, you can see that my stress level for that day is really low. That's the key about all this. How much sleep you get, your heart rate, and what is your heart rate, and your resting heart rate. But if I zoom in on this, you might can see it a little better than that. Um, See this number right here, that number right there? That's 41. Now, this is going to back it up in days. This is yesterday, 41. That's day Monday. That is 42. That's 41 average, 42. That's 39 resting, average 42. That's 43 resting, average 42. That's 43 average, 43 resting, both. There's 42, and that's 43. Now, when you see these levels of these are workouts. These are actually state of yoga in the morning and then yoga in the afternoon after the swim. I'm concentrating on the swim this time of year. So there's 42, 43. Now, the guy in the video, he said that his average heart rate is about 43. So that's good for a 45-year-old. It should be. It should be good. He's doing a lot to get himself into shape and stay that way. But I want to send a message to him that he can heal his ears with his words. You can do the same. You can heal. Where's my finger? You can you can heal yourself with your words. You can speak life to any part of your body, like your knees. I rebuilt my knees, both of them, especially the one that was injured. and it works. Scientific proof. They did an MRI on it, and the guy come out after getting the information, the data, and things, and he looked at me with the paperwork in his hand. He said, "I don't know what you did, but you got the knee of a 23-year-old." And I said, "Well, that's because I speak life to my body. I actually speak that I'm healing my body through my spoken words." And he didn't know what I was talking about. He's a doctor. They don't know. You gotta you gotta take this thing and run with it. When I'm telling you it works, it works. Uh, practice, practice, practice. Speak life to yourself. I'll go over the mantra a little bit right now, just to let you know. I'm going to say, with the resurrected power of the I am, through Christ's consciousness of the self realization of who I am, I speak life to my body, my atoms, my cells, my DNA, down to each and every atom. I speak, I love you. Forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. That's a little Ho'opono thrown in. Ho'opono. You can look it up later. But once you know what you're talking about and you feel this understanding, you know that you're actually creating your reality with my words. And I say that I'm creating my reality with my words, with my intention. I have the desire to become that I say I am. I am becoming that of a 21-year-old elite Olympic athlete specializing in decathlons, triathlons, CrossFit, kiteboarding, cycling, walking, running. All these disciplines are coming to me quickly and easily. My body is regenerating itself at the atom level. I am becoming supernaturally strong, supernaturally healthier and healthier. My body is taking on the physical appearance of that of a 21-year-old elite Olympic athlete. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Mother. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for have this ability taught to me by Emily Limley and Joe Turner. I I'm blessed to be able to have this ability to stay healthy. I haven't been sick since August the 17th, 2003. I woke up that day, that night, and became whole and complete. Met Emily Limley the first within, I think, 3 days of my awakening. She was 86, and Tupelo Joe was. I met him a week after I met her at her house, and he came in and he taught me to speak life to my body. She did too, and they gave me all these words of wisdom about how we have that ability to heal ourselves. And they lived ripe old age of Emily was, I think, 97 when she laid her body down. Tupelo Joe, I believe he was close to 98 too. So I knew them for a short time, but they sure taught me something that changed my life. And that's the reason I want to share it with you and let you know. So this young guy right here, he's got a great website and great understanding of how to do the test to keep, test himself. Y'all watch his videos and you'll see that you can do it with your mind. You can do it and then go and get your test. I know what my tests are. My doctor knows what my tests are. We don't brag or boast all about it, but it's she's pretty impressed with what she's known. She's had these numbers going for me for about 7 or 8 years since I've been up here in Ozark, Missouri. And she's Stephanie Mathers, and she works for Mercy, and she's a PE, but she's really kept me up, and we've evolved together on how to get these best blood works for my test, for my numbers. But I'm telling you right now that if I can do this, anybody can do it. And if you want to increase your hearing, you believe in and understand that those hairs, those very things that are connected to the brain, all of that can be regenerated. Your whole body rebuilds itself every 7 years. If no one's ever told you that, look it up. The skeleton, of course, is the last part of it because it's shuffling off dead cells and regenerating and growing. Our liver is the first thing. that can regenerate, regrow. That's why if an alcoholic gets a hold of this, they can rebuild their liver in just a matter of a few years by speaking life and love, and of course quit drinking. And I'm blessed. I quit all alcohol, all caffeine, all kinds of things that were really negative to my body. I was smoking and drinking way too much, but I was 28. I'll tell you that story at another time, but that's when I had a come to meeting, Yahshua ben Joseph meeting, and saved my life and changed me. He didn't give me my identity in Christ consciousness. I didn't get that until August the 17th, 2003. That's when my body became healed and completed. Even at that point of my life, it was the work was already done, if you know what I'm talking about. So thank you for watching my channel. I try to be more creative, more able to make videos about these subjects and talk to you about how to heal yourself, and let you know what I'm doing. As far as swimming, I'll show you this real quick and then you'll get an understanding what it looks like. I'm swimming at the rate of at the speed and the consistency. That's 1 mile nonstop. And I took off because I took 2 days off. That I took off slow and I built up and built up. And then all of a sudden I had a burst of speed. I just tested myself right there. And then I maintained this pace and had another burst and got here. So the actual time was 28:56. Now, that's good. Watch me over the next 5 or 6 days, and let's see if we can get this down to 2027. And I've done it before, and I can do it again. Yeah, swimming comes easy for me, but it's a way to regenerate your body. While I'm swimming, I'm actually talking to myself and to my atoms, my muscles, and actually my heart, lung, my breathing. I'm in a state of yoga. If they could hook wires to me, it would blow their mind as far as how the stillness of my mind is wrapped around my breathing, even at that. I don't have to take very many breaths. I can hold my breath for a very long time. Now, let me say this about cold weather therapy. I want everybody to know that I never did practice Wim Hof's method of inhalation breathing. I started way, way back at the beginning of this, learning how to just do different kinds of yoga practicing breaths. And all of a sudden, I realized that I didn't have to practice it anymore. I'm always consciousness of my breath, and I want you to be. If you want to learn this, never let moments of stress get you, because you can control everything with your breathing. And next time you feel yourself getting really anxious, like really, it's just a real negative feeling, start realizing that you're breathing and catch each breath. A yogi taught me this to breathe in and out of one nostril. So I went around for quite a few years doing that. And I don't have to do it no more. I mean, because I'm so aware of my breath, it's natural. And it should be natural to everybody, but most people are shallow breathers. They breathe real shallow. I breathe real deep. And I understand when to hold it and when to let it go, especially if I'm trying to get myself out of stress and trying to slow my heart rate down. I can tell you that you can change your life with just simple little tips and tricks. And over the next years, I want to talk to you about things and let you know that you're loved and you're super divine and you have the ability to heal yourself. So keep watching my channel. Check me out later. I love you. Have a good night, good day. We'll talk later about this stuff. Bye bye.